He owes $26,000 in rent, you're saying? How do I say this nicely? You got a big mountain of evidence to pull together if you're going to convince any of us that this is the case, okay? You can't just come in here and say, he told me he wanted to give me the property.
No, I understand that. I do understand that.
Well, then you're living in a property that you don't own, right? Are you living in a property that you don't own?
Yes.
Okay.
This defendant walked into court acting like he was the rightful homeowner, despite owing more than $26,000 in unpaid rent. And the wild part, he genuinely believes the house is his because the landlord supposedly told him so on his deathbed. That's his entire defense. No deed, no contract, no paperwork, nothing. And the judge humbles him instantly with one simple question that completely blows his story apart. Let me know in the comments whether you think he truly believed he owned the home or if he was just dodging rent. Let's get into it.
Tippett Family Trust versus Paul Schmidt.
Good morning, Your Honor. Peter Staver, here on behalf of the plaintiff.
He owes $26,000 in rent, you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. There hasn't been, Your Honor, this is basically a Tippett Family
But you
Trust.
served for termination of tenancy.
I did, Your Honor.
Okay.
Termination of tenancy is actually what we're seeking.
Paul Schmidt.
You have the right to a lawyer. You have the right to proper venue. You have the right to a jury trial. If you want to speak to a lawyer, you can do so. There's no application for funding involved here since they're just doing this for termination of tenancy. They're not even asking for a possession judgment, but they do have a supplemental complaint for money damages. So they're asking that I order you out of the property, and they're asking that I enter a judgment against you for $26,400.
Well, that's can't be correct. Jerry was not only my landlord, he was a close friend of mine. And
Hang on a second.
Okay.
Do you understand all the rights that I just announced?
In real life, promises mean everything. In court, promises mean nothing without proof.
There was no reason. They had an issue with wills and whatnot.
Listen.
Yes. Jerry wouldn't have told me that the house was mine if he wasn't that type of a person. And
Hang on a second.
they
Hang on a second.
they came
Hang
up-
on a second.
Yes.
Did he give you a quitclaim deed at the time that he told you this?
No, he's
Did he give you a copy
he's
of
in
it?
hospice.
Hang on.
Well, he had told me
Hang on.
prior to.
Hang on. Did he give you a copy of his will that said it was yours?
No, he
Hang on.
talked to another attorney. That was the problem. That's why it's taken 2 years
Sir.
to get to court.
Sir,
Yes. Yes.
you don't really think you're gonna gain ownership of the property by telling me that a man on his deathbed told you that you
No, it
own
was
the...
prior to his deathbed.
You don't really... Sir, let me
Yes.
finish my question.
Yes.
You don't really think that you're going to gain ownership of the property by coming into court and telling a judge, listen, you're going to interrupt me again, and I don't want to be interrupted again. You've interrupted me at least 2 or 3 times. Just let me finish the question. Do you really think that you can walk into a courtroom and tell a judge, listen, my buddy here told me I was going to own the property. I own the property. I don't care if it was on his deathbed, a week before, a month before, or 14 years before. That kind of thing needs to be in writing. And I don't know where you got any kind of evidence that this gentleman was transferring the property over to you, but you're really, how do I say this nicely? Monthly amount.
1,100.
All right, so you agree that you owe $1,100 at least times 12, right?
Yes.
So you owe $13,200.
Yes.
Mr. Staver, you think he owes $26,400, that he didn't pay it since Jerry died? Am I right or wrong?
You're right, Your Honor, but I could work this out at 13-2.
In a money judgment?
Yes.
Do you want to go into a breakout room with this gentleman and talk to him and see if you can work everything out?
Certainly willing to try, Judge. As to money issues, Your Honor, we have some difficulty. He believes he has receipts, etc. We've agreed to an adjournment for 2 weeks for him to produce any receipts he might have that shows rental payments he may have made. So we don't have an objection if we can agree that additional 2 weeks for him to produce any kind of payments. He's also given me a phone number where I can reach out to him, so I will talk with Mr. Schmidt. We'll see if we can't resolve the issue of that. But that, we hope that will give him adequate time to completely vacate the premises, best for both parties.
So you're gonna prepare an order, a judgment that's going to say the defendant to vacate on or before September 1. There will be a September 1 writ date.
Yep.
He's going to pay $1,100 for August and September. And is that true so far?
No, Your Honor, it'd be $1,100 for July and August. Vacate by September.
I'm sorry, for July and August. My apologies. And
then, Your Honor, if we could have 2 additional week adjournment.
and then the issue of money damages. So you just prepare a possession judgment that just says on there, writ dated September 1, and on the further orders, defendant agrees to pay $1,100 for the months of July and August.
Okay.
And I'd like that to get today, please. Is that what you agreed to, sir?
What? $1,100 today? Oh, yes, to come back and,
Wait a minute. You agree to vacate by September 1.
yes,
You agree that you're going to pay $1,100 in rent for July and August.
yes,
You understand they're asking for a substantial amount of money damages.
yes.
Okay? That you have to be out by the 1st of September.
Yes,
And you understand and agree that you're going to pay $1,100 for the months of July and August.
yes,
And then on the further orders, you're going to not only put that counsel, defendant agrees to pay $1,100 for July and August, semicolon, trial of money damages to be set by the court. And then we're going to set a final pretrial on this at 10 a.m. Do you understand that, Mr. Schmitz?
yes, can I get it?
What surprised me most was how the ending unfolded. The landlord could have demanded the full $26,000 and almost certainly won. Instead, they chose a practical solution. Let him stay 2 more months at regular rent, then move out peacefully. Honestly, that's incredibly generous considering how messy his defense was. It shows the plaintiff's attorney recognized this man isn't dangerous. He's confused, probably struggling financially, and maybe medically too. Instead of crushing him with a massive judgment he could never pay, they just wanted the property back without chaos. In eviction court, this is about as close to mercy as it gets.
Yeah, but we're going to give you notice. Does Mr. Staver have your permission to sign your name to a possession judgment that calls for you to vacate by September 1 and further states the trial the issue of money damages will be set for trial in the future, and you're agreeing to pay $1,100 for July and August of 25. Since you're unrepresented by a lawyer, you have 3 business days to come in here and fill out a motion to set aside the judgment. You have 10 days to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes,
All right, Mr. Staver, have I covered everything adequately?
Yes, you have, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so that's what we'll do. And then hopefully you guys can talk and figure out a way to resolve this before you even come back. But if not, we'll just set it for trial in 2 weeks, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Best of luck,
Appreciate the
guys.
time.
Thank you very much.
On one hand, you feel for the guy. He clearly cared about the landlord and believed they had some kind of spiritual agreement. But the law doesn't run on sentiment. It runs on deeds, documents, and proof. You'd be shocked how many people walk into court saying something was promised to them. Almost none of those claims survive once a judge asks basic questions. Still, the judge handled this situation perfectly, calm, patient, and firm enough to keep things grounded in the actual law. In the end, the settlement was probably the best outcome. No crushing debt, no sudden eviction, and the trust gets its property back without a fight. Let me know in the comments whether you think the landlord went too easy on him, or if this was the fairest way to handle it. Thanks so much for watching.